Hey, welcome to Viking Preparedness. I'm Pastor Joe Fox. Can you feel it? Can you feel it in the air? The tension? There's tension. There's tension in the air, and that tension is being created on purpose. It's being done to key people up, to get emotions going. There's all kinds of things. There's racial tensions that are heating up, and they're being fed. They're being created, and they're being fed by the media. And then the people, the sheeple, they just keep going right along with it. You know, all the media has to do, all the powers that be have to do is start that spark, and the fire takes off. So those tensions are going. There's the tensions of the anti-government people, or the Obama haters, or, you know, call them what you want, you know, whatever. The people who are disgusted with this administration, and they're amping up, and they're amping up, and they're being egged on. And then, you know, that's compare and contrast that with the true believers on the government side, you know, and it's like, hey, we have a problem in this country. And so there's those tensions are being fed. The tensions overseas, you know, between what's going on in the Middle East and that kind of stuff. And then you'll hear about China and Russia and India and Pakistan, and that's all being fed. Those fans are being flamed. And so there's a lot of tension. And then you hear, you know, weekly, the stories about, you know, there's asteroids coming, there's comets coming, there's storms coming, there's forest fires, you know, yeah, tension, tension, tension. And it's to put you into an emotional state. And what I'm encouraging you to do is chill out. Pull back a little bit and gain some perspective. You know, yeah, we're supposed to be watchmen. We're supposed to pay attention to what's going on. But there is very little you can do about anything outside of your own circle. And so instead of wasting emotional, psychic, spiritual, and sometimes physical, you know, wow, what's happening now? That's physical energy. Instead of wasting that energy on stuff you can absolutely not affect, work with the things that you can affect. You know, start with your immediate family, and then start working out from there. Work with your community, your neighbors, the people you assemble with, you know, things like that. Work with what you can, do what you can, and try every time you feel yourself getting angry or getting worried or excited or concerned, step back and ask yourself why, and what can you do about that? And if you can't do anything about it, man, chill, you know, forget about it. Start focusing on the things you can focus. Focus on the fruits of the Spirit: love, kindness, perseverance, you know, forbearance. Focus on those things. Try to seek some balance in your life. I was talking to somebody recently, and there was a group of people, and they said, you know, how many people love what they do every day, all day? I'm like, most days I do. You can tell by my backdrop that I'm traveling again, and I don't love it, but I don't hate it. I mean, it is a means to an end. You know, it's a means for me to make a little bit of money and help establish community, because right now I need some money for that. So I don't hate it, but I certainly am not sitting in a cubicle anymore where I was just wasting my life away. And I think we all, including me, need to seek balance in our lives. You know, men have to work. All right, if you're a man, you have to work. By the sweat of your brow shall you eat your bread. But that doesn't mean you have to work for the man. It doesn't mean you have to work for somebody else. It just means you have to work. All right, it's your lot in life to work. Y'all knows I do a lot of work on Shofar Mountain every day, and you know, I'm not getting paid money for that, but I'm seeing benefits from that. But seek some balance, you know. And I know one thing that just keeps people on that little wheel, you know, that little, what is that, a gerbil wheel or a hamster wheel or whatever, they just run and run and run on, is that they have debt. You know, you bought yourself into debt. You got a car you couldn't afford. You got a house you couldn't afford. Guilty. You know, you buy clothes you can't afford. You go out to eat, and then you have a credit card bill that you don't pay off. You know, whatever. Oh man, no more debt. Stop. Cease. Don't incur any more debt on your life. And the debt you have, pay off. You know, you promised to pay it off, so go pay it off and get that monkey off your back. And I would submit to you that if you have any kind of job, all your money should be going towards debt except what you need to survive. And internet service, you don't need it to survive. So if you're paying $19 to $100 a month for internet service and you have debt, I encourage you to drop it. Right now, I go to free Wi-Fi hotspots to use internet most of the time. And they're out there, and there's getting to be more and more, but please get yourself out of debt and try and save some money. And I know I'm going to get comments, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's the other thing. Positive mental attitude. I've talked about this before. Don't focus on what you can't do. Focus on what you can do. What can you do? What can you do to influence your situation? And one of the things you can do is think clearly and then make a plan. It's hard to think clearly when you have all this noise that's being forced into your head via all those things I talked about in the beginning of this video, and then add to that entertainment, Facebook or, the internet or Drudge Report or watching a football game or, going shopping or just looking at advertisements, reading People magazine, garbage in, garbage out, man. Why don't you focus on the word of the Most High? Have you memorized your holy scriptures yet? The whole thing? Then what are you doing reading other stuff, in great numbers? Try to restore some balance. Try to restore some serenity to your life. Force yourself. Schedule your day. Take time. Spend time with the one you love, or the ones you love. Spend time. Talk to them in person, not on the NSA hotline, so they know what you're having for supper and what time you're coming home. But talk to people. If you have to, get in your car, drive to where your friends are, sit down on a lawn chair, drink yourself some iced tea, and talk to them. Restore some balance there in your relationships, your interactions with other people. Restore some balance in your work life. It is ridiculous to work, 60, 70, 80 hours a week for the man. This country is falling apart, right? I just heard a woman while I was, don't tell anyone, eating at McDonald's the other day. I was on the road and then, I was weak, but it's the truth. And I heard a cashier, she was out in the lobby sweeping or something, and she said that she was considering quitting her job at McDonald's because she'd been looking into this healthcare thing and between what it was going to cost her and yada yada, and if she was on welfare, she'd get it for free or something. Man, where's the balance there? And I started thinking, what people need to do? We need to do a John Galt on this thing, and everybody just needs to quit working. Just quit working. Starve the beast. That's great for you to say, Pastor Joe. I'll starve too. Yeah. Will you? Or will you grow a vegetable garden? Maybe you'll plan to quit next June after your garden's in and going good, and is producing food. But, why are we feeding this machine? Now, I'm not telling you not to pay your taxes. You should pay the taxes you owe. I mean that. Yeshua said it. Render unto Caesar the things that are Caesar's. So if you owe taxes, pay them. But if you don't work, you don't owe taxes. So that's something to think about. I probably need to develop that more, and maybe somebody will change my mind on that whole thing. But you don't have to work for money. You don't have to work for the man. You can go work for yourself. It's more satisfying. You don't make as much money, you can't buy as much toys and stuff, but you can do more. I've lost weight in the last 8 months just because I'm not eating junk food, despite what I did the other day, and I'm walking a lot every day. I'm working and I walk up and down hills and things like that, and I have less stress on me, so I'm not doing that weird binge eating stuff that I used to do, or not binge eating, but grazing, So try and restore some balance in your life. Restore spiritual balance. You are created to please the Most High. How are you doing with that? How much time are you spending with Him? Communication is a two-way street, right? So you should spend some time talking to your Father. You should spend some time listening to your Father. You should spend some time in His Word for you. Every day. Every day. You cannot be too busy to be in the Word. If you think you're too busy to be in the Word, your priorities are completely out of whack. So I encourage you to get your spiritual life in order. So talk to your friends, look at your job, is it killing you? If your job's killing you, quit before it does. Spend some time with the Most High. Spend some time outside enjoying nature, enjoying creation, seeing what He built. Take a walk, find a park or a mountain or a valley or something. I'm in the northeastern U.S. right now, and it's beautiful here. It's different from where I'm from right now, different from the Ozarks, and it's beautiful. And I just like looking out the window and looking at stuff. I'd like it better if I could actually go out there and smell the smells, what's going on out there. And so I encourage you to take some time to do that. Restore some balance, bring some serenity into your life. Get the noise out of your life and let the peace, the peace that surpasses all understanding, let that start enveloping you. And don't panic, don't worry, don't act out of a sense of, I tell everybody, come out of her, my people. And I mean that. I mean that, get out. But don't let the way I say that spur you to, oh my God, I got to just run. My hair's on fire. We got to go right now. I do think you need to go very soon. Now. But you have to make a plan and execute it. You can't just go and your hair's on fire. You would not believe the number of emails I get from people. I'm coming to Shofar Mountain. You don't even know where Shofar Mountain is. It's located here. Right. Sure it is. And go there. Let me know how it is. Guys, chill. Think. Don't think emotionally. Think logically. Make a plan and start moving towards it. Time is short, and that's all the more important. To move with a slow hurry, move with deliberateness. Don't just run around with your hair on fire, like I said. So try to stay calm. Try to focus on the things that are important. If you have kids, pick your child up and kiss him or her. Give them a hug. Tell them you love them. Hug your spouse. Start there. Hug your buddy. Give them the kiss of friendship. Let that love flow, love for the Most High and love for your neighbor. Let that start going, and quit worrying about, I need a new car because, our neighbor has a nicer one than us, or, we should go out to eat, or I need a new dress to go to church in. No, you don't. Chill. It's amazing what you don't need. Try to remove the noise from your life. Try to remove the distractors from your life. And just one final thing on this that I've been thinking about. Watch your mouth. Watch what you say. Your words are powerful. You have the power of life and death in your mouth. The Most High spoke the earth, the world into existence with the power of the mouth. Think about what you're saying and only say positive things. Don't say negative things. Say positive things. Feel that power. Feel His power flowing through you, and reduce the noise, reduce the stress, guard your mouth. Be positive, and I will see you out there. Shalom.